Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mastering a One-on-One Consultation. Please take your seats and give a round of applause for exclusive Black Status presenter, Ali Boss.
I signed up the week before convention last year, and I remember seeing pictures and videos, and I felt so inspired. I signed up the week before, so I kind of was on the edge of, do I do this? Do I really want to go for it? And I saw everyone, and it just inspired me. That was a year ago. Couldn't have imagined in a year where I'd be. If you would have told me then where I'd be now, I wouldn't have believed you. A year ago, I was in a dark place. I wasn't who I was now. I wasn't happy. I got married in 2012, and 3 months later, we found out my husband's dad had a brain tumor, and he had 2 to 3 years to live. Now, that's not something you want to hear right after you get married. He started going over to his house every couple days throughout the week after work, so I didn't see him very much. So we started out kind of hard for our marriage. After that, we started trying to have kids, and a couple months in, I found out that it wasn't going to be so easy for us. So we went through a year of fertility to conceive my daughter. Through the first couple weeks, I had really heavy bleeding, and I thought I was losing her every time. After that, she was measuring really far behind. So she was in the 2%, and I was in the office twice a week for stress tests, ultrasounds, making sure she was okay. I went into early labor at 31 weeks. Thankfully, it was stopped, and I was put on bed rest for a month. And at 35 weeks, I had my daughter. And I thought everything was going to be okay because she was here and she was perfect. But I was wrong. I went into a very anxious state. I was depressed. I didn't know who I was anymore. And that's not a feeling you want after trying so hard for her. So it was about 3 months of feeling like crap. I didn't know who I was. I was trying to get back to that old me, I didn't know who I was. I was a mom and I was a wife, but I didn't know who Allie was anymore. About 3 months after having her, I started feeling like myself. I started feeling a little bit better. My husband was great. He helped me through everything. A couple weeks after that, I found out I was pregnant. We were very shocked. She was only just about 4 months old, and I thought, what did I do? What did we just do? I'm going to have 2 kids under 1, and I don't even know who I am right now. 10 weeks later, I was rushed off to surgery to find out my baby was in my tube. And I came out of that surgery so mad. God, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this? What is your purpose? Because right now, I'm not seeing it. That was a year ago. That next month, I signed up for Unique, and it changed my life. I found who I was again. I found that I have a purpose outside of a mom and a wife, which that's my reason in life, but we all need something for ourselves, and I totally lost that. Unique gave that to me. It gave me the friendship I felt like I needed when I was alone at home. It gave me confidence in myself again because I didn't have any. That was a year ago. If you told me last year at this time, you're going to be up on stage speaking to thousands of women, I wouldn't have believed you. So I want everyone in here to close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to picture where you want to be a year from now. It doesn't matter how crazy, how far away that dream seems. Close your eyes and repeat it 3 times in your head. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes. That dream starts right now, and it starts today. It starts with you believing in yourself. It starts with your confidence. It starts with believing so much that even if you fail, You're going to get back up and you're going to try again, because that's what it takes. It takes believing in yourself. If you can't have confidence in yourself, if you can't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in yourself for you? Confidence is huge in this business. I'm not saying I'm the most confident person at all, because I'm definitely not. It's taken me a while to get to where I am, and I'm definitely not confident up here. This is totally out of my element. A little side story for you. I think it was about 4 weeks ago now, we got my daughter dedicated. We were in front of our church, and we were walking up, and I literally had to say nothing. Not a word. Like, shaking so bad. My husband introduced us and our daughter, and literally was just shaking, and he's like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." And we get done, and he goes, "You know you gotta speak in front of like 1,000 people." I'm like, "Yeah, yep, sure do. Thanks for reminding me." Sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. You know, getting yourself out of your comfort zone, building that confidence in yourself. Confidence in this business goes so far. So what is confidence? Confidence is a feeling or belief that someone or something is good or has the ability to succeed at something. Do you feel like you can succeed at this? If you don't feel like you can succeed at this, who's going to feel that you can succeed at this? You have to have confidence in yourself. And even when it's hard, and even when you feel like, maybe I don't have the most confidence, fake it till you make it. Just put yourself out there and do it scared. This is, okay, I don't know, I totally made up this quote, and I was going to quote myself on it, but it says, your customer's confidence starts with your confidence. If you can't be confident in what you're giving them, in what you're putting out there, how are they supposed to be confident you're choosing the right stuff for them, or these products are amazing? We have to have confidence, and even if you don't feel like you have it, just fake it. So, by a show of hands, how many here have taken a selfie and posted it? Okay. Well, there's so many people I see that won't. They're too scared, they're too insecure, they don't feel like this is a good angle, or whatever it might be, they just won't put themselves out there. Their friends might judge them, or whatever. You have to have that confidence in yourself. So right now, we're going to start that. We're going to start building your confidence in yourself. So I want everyone to pull out their phone. I'm going to do it too. And we're all going to take a selfie and post it on our public walls. And we're all going to use the hashtag. I'm not ready for you yet. Don't go. I see everyone fixing their hair. We're all going to take a selfie and we're going to post it, and we're going to use the hashtag building confidence like a boss, because that's what we're going to do today. But I want to see, I don't know how many are in here, a lot. I want to see that many going trending with that hashtag. But first, I'm going to take one, and I want all of you in it, so. Okay, ready? Oh, geez, that light's bright. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to give you guys like 3 minutes. Doesn't matter if the lighting's perfect, doesn't matter if you look perfect. Go ahead and take a selfie, post it, use the hashtag building confidence like a boss. It's going to be great. Where? I told you the lighting's not good and we don't care. Building confidence like a boss. Because a hashtag is the little like number symbol. Oh. Yeah. You can put more to it if you want. You can write a little caption. Building confidence like a boss. It's kind of a long one. Facebook, public. Because I want to see them all. Yep. I mean, you can post them anywhere you want, but... All right, give me one more minute. Building confidence like a boss. That's okay. All right. So when I was getting ready for this presentation, I was talking with my husband, and I was going through some slides with him, seeing what he thought. I mean, not that he knows makeup or anything, but just seeing what he thought of everything. And he goes, well, you're missing something. Well, okay, what am I missing? And he said, well, you're missing what's a one-on-one consultation. You didn't even tell him what it is. And I said, well, I think everyone knows what that is. And so I actually started thinking about what's a one-on-one consultation. And it got me thinking deeper to then, what is this? You know, most people would say it's helping a customer choose out products for themselves, right? And I wouldn't say you're wrong, but what is a one-on-one consultation? It's relationships. It's exactly what a one-on-one consultation is. You are building relationships. Why are relationships so important? Number one, relationships create loyalty. If you are building a relationship with someone, so a little scenario, I have a friend, Tara, who wants some mascara. And she comes to me and says, hey, Allie, can I get some 3D Fiber Lash mascara? Sure. Hand her my link, good to go. She goes to her other friend and says, hey, I was looking for this 3D Fiber Lash mascara. Can you help me out? She says, hey, how have you been, Tara? I haven't seen you in forever. I've been seeing your little boy on Facebook. He's so cute. How have you guys been? She responds back, we've been having a busy summer. Everything's going great. How are you? You kind of make that little chit chat, right? You're starting to build a relationship with them. You finally get back to her and say, hey, here's the link for that if you want to order. I'm going to also send you a little video of how I get the best results with my 3D mascara. Who do you think she's going to come back to? It's not going to be me. Building a relationship is creating loyalty. That customer is going to come back to me if I'm building that relationship with her. Number two is relationships create an image. Now, what does that even mean? If you are building relationships with people, you're caring about them, you're following up, you're asking and really caring about them, they're going to picture you as the face of Unique. When my friends think about Unique, they think about products or they see a product, I want them to picture my face, not someone else's. And if I'm building a relationship with them, they're going to. It creates an image for Unique. And I hope I'm creating a good image. So when you're building that relationship, I know it is going to be. Number three is relationships create great word of mouth. If I'm building a relationship with that girl, Tara, and I help her pick out the products, say she has all these issues she's dealing with, can't pick out the right makeup, and I pick out all this great makeup for her. She's loving everything. I'm following up. I'm caring about Tara. She's going to go share it with all her friends. She's going to be saying, you guys got to go check out Allie. She has helped me so much. I love all this products. She was so great. She even threw in some free samples for me. I'm building that relationship with her, and she's going to go share it with all her friends. Girls share stuff. We share when we like something. Doesn't matter. The same goes with relationships. When you're building that relationship, they're going to share about you. The same goes the other way. If you're not building that relationship, say that person had a wrong order. The color was wrong. And you're not building that relationship, and you don't follow up, and you're not asking about it. They have the wrong color. They might never return it. They might go, yep, I'm not ordering from that place again. They're going to spread bad word of mouth. Don't go buy from her. She gave me the wrong color. But if you're building that relationship, that's not going to happen. She'll still come back to you. Say, hey, this was the wrong color. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me fix that. We can get you set up, and we'll get you the right one sent out as soon as possible. She's going to spread that good word of mouth for you. Relationships are the key to success. That is how I've built my business, through relationships, through growing my team, through growing my customers. Relationships are everything. Everyone wants to feel like they're important. Everyone wants to feel like they can connect with someone, like they have friendship, that people care about them. That's what life's about, right? Everyone wants to feel that. Relationships are the key to success. So now that we know what a one-on-one is, how do we get one, right? Sharing. If we're not sharing about this, how are people supposed to know you offer it? They won't. So for example, say American Eagle has this really great new shirt that's coming out, and I see it in a little ad on Facebook or in a magazine or something coming out in the fall or in stores now. I'm going to go buy it. I would have had no idea that shirt was there. Same with this. You are not sharing about this. How are your customers supposed to know you offer something like this? They won't. So here's what I do. I typically would like to put something out there, so I show this one's a little example. Here's my bare face and some before and after pictures. Now booking a one-on-one consultation, online and in person. That opens up a lot for you right there. It opens up your local network. It opens up people that aren't around you. There's two different ways to do consultations. I offer both. You know how many times people are like, oh my gosh, this is so great. It's online. And a lot of times we know people these days, they don't love to get off their couch. So if they can do it right from home, perfect. And I have a lot of friends now too that don't live by me, and they still want some products. They know I do these online. So what I do is I share them all over. I share these little things, and I'll say, now booking one-on-ones, online or in person, helping you choose the right colors, products, everything for you. They're free. People love that. Think if you went to like Sephora or MAC, you're going to have to pay for some product or something for a consultation. Not with us. We don't have that. You're helping these ladies out, and they're going to be coming back to you again. So now that we're booking these, with these, I always put them everywhere. I put them on Facebook. I put them in my makeup group. I put them on Instagram. I put them on my business page. 18 platforms that we have. I put them everywhere. So people see, because I will attract people from different places. I like to use social media as much as I can for everything. So now that we're booking these one-on-one consultations, I need to know my customer. Number one thing, I need to know them. We need to be listening to what they're saying. So for me, I ask questions. I need to know exactly the kind of things that I need to help them with, what they want help on. So for instance, there's a handful on here. What's your favorite features to highlight? What do you like and dislike about your current makeup routine? What kind of coverage do you like? Full, matte, dewy, medium coverage, full coverage? Do you have any concerns? How much time do you spend on your makeup a day? This one's so big, and people sometimes will forget to ask that. I have these people that will say they want all these things, and I'm like, okay, well, how long do you spend on your makeup? Oh, like 3 minutes. Oh, well, I just had a smoky. I picked out a full coverage contour palette. That's not going to work. Okay, so I need to go back to square one. So I need to know exactly what my customer wants. If I'm not listening to what they want, you're not going to give them the right products. You might think you might give them the right products, and maybe you might be right, but you need to know exactly what products to choose for them. So since we're now knowing what our customer wants, I'm going to go through a little bit of training on what I use to help me through different kinds of skin, colors, all that kind of stuff. So first is dry skin. So what I recommend for people with dry skin, I always recommend the rose water. Helps hydrate and freshen their face, gets them prepped and ready. If they have any irritation, it kind of settles it. I always recommend rose water for everyone. And this can be for before and after application. So if someone with dry skin, so I have dry skin myself, I love spraying that rose water after, because after I put everything, sometimes I like that matte finish, and with dry skin, well, you know how it gets, so that just kind of just rehydrates my face. The Glorious Face and Eye Primer, I recommend this for everyone. This will help get all their makeup application great. The BB cream, obviously this is gonna hydrate their face. You want something, if they've got dry skin, you want to hydrate it first. That's so important. Mineral Cream Foundation, again, it's got that more dewy finish, so you're going to get that more hydration to their face. If they've got dry areas, it's going to help them instead of accentuating it. The liquid concealer is huge. If they have spots on their face that they want to cover, if they have areas or want more of that full coverage, that's going to be a really good option. I always avoid powder. Unless I can add a BB cream before, I'm not going to recommend them just to use a powder. Because if I put a powder on my face, I look like I went with baby powder. Like, it just looks too, stuck in spots on me. So I won't ever recommend a powder for someone with super dry skin. Next is oily skin. Again, the Glorious Primer, just a little bit for oily skin. Liquid foundation is great. You know, you're going to get that good medium to full coverage, and it's going to leave your skin with that more matte finish. So if you are oily, it's going to help. Pressed powder is huge. If someone's very oily, that's all I'm going to recommend. If they need a full coverage, I'm going to recommend that pressed powder. Mineral concealer as well. If they don't like that more, the liquid concealer, because it gets maybe a little too oily on them, we have a mineral concealer. Perfect. I always avoid BB cream and foundation with people with really oily skin. It's just going to end up dripping and getting kind of looking like it's dripping off their face. It's not going to stay in place. They're going to look more oily than what they already feel. All right, the next is combination skin. I rely a lot on my questions for this one because it can go either way. You know, do they like that dewy finish? Do they like the matte finish? All that kind of stuff. If it's an in-person one-on-one consultation, I can let them try. I can let them feel them for themselves and see what they prefer more, what they like the look of. But if it's not, then I have to go off their questions. And when in doubt, I always recommend liquid foundation. You can't go wrong with that. That's just something that's good for all skin types. So next would be how I'm going to color match these people, especially if they're online. So the first thing I do is I find their undertones. I'm making sure I can see, are they yellow, are they neutral, are they pink? That's where I start. The next is, are they light, are they medium, are they dark? And then I have just a little thing at home that says, okay, if they're light, I'm in yellow tone, here's velour for them. You know, it's that simple thing. I find those two things, what their undertones are and what their color level is, and boom, I know exactly what I'm going to recommend for them. Now, I know there's some that are a little bit trickier, but that's pretty much the basis I go off of for that. So how do I color match? Obviously, if it's in person, you can test it out on them or go through the guides if you don't have all the colors. But for online, I make them take a perfect selfie. I know it's sometimes kind of hard, but I want them to go into a well-lit area in front of a window. I don't want them having makeup on them. I want them to show their face, their neck, and their chest. And I don't want them in bad lighting. It needs to be, I always say, go stand in front of a window, take a selfie without any makeup on, show your face and your neck. Your undertones lie in your neck. So I always look at their neck first to see, okay, does it look a little more yellow or more pink? Because a lot of times your face will hold a little bit more of that pink tone in it. Us women, we have hormones, and that usually is where they like to, it gets a little more pink in our face. So their undertones might not necessarily be pink, but their face might look pink. So I always match to their neck. Things I will not accept from my customers. Backlighting. You have no idea what skin tone they have. Their face is blown out, or it's too dark. Side lighting, you're going to get really yellow on one side and dark on one, and it's going to throw off what their true skin tone is. Fluorescent lighting, which is what we have here, which is usually going to make them look a little bit more orange, and it's going to be hard to find their true undertones and color. So anytime I have a customer that sends me something like this, I say, sorry, can you try again? And I know sometimes we're quick about wanting that sale, right? But I know if I can get my customer the right product, the right color matched perfect the first time, it's going to be so much better than having to get it back just because I wanted that sale tonight. They're going to be much happier if they don't have to return it too. So when I'm choosing colors, a lot of times I'll get asked, okay, so what am I supposed to choose for, I'll have people ask me, I have blue eyes and I have no idea what colors to choose. Looking at a color wheel is a really great idea. So when you're looking at the blue, you can see across it's got more of those orangey, that's those copper colors. Those are those browns, coppers. Those are really going to make some blue eyes stand out. Same with like if you have green eyes, I think it's like purples, right? Yep, purples and those red colors, they're going to be super pretty for them. They're going to make their eyes stand out a ton. Brown eyes, it's always blues and purples that really bring out those brown eyes. And of course, most eyes look good with all colors, but sometimes I'll have people ask, like, I have no idea what color to choose for my eyes or what colors will make them look best. So I always kind of try to look at the color wheel. So when we were heading to speaking training, I was talking to Liz Medley. She's another Black status she's speaking to. And she asked me what my topic was, and I told her. And so we were kind of collaborating ideas, and she said she, at her salon, I think she worked at a hair salon, I believe it was. She said they have this little thing that they call, or they did for when they were like selling products or anything like that, or training people. She said it's what, why, how, love. I said, I have no idea what that means. And so she explained it, and it was so genius. I was like, why didn't I think of this? Seriously, why didn't I think of this? She says, if you can keep it simple for your customer with the least information, with such good information, they're going to want to buy it. So I'm going to give you a little example, because this can be used literally for anything. So someone comes to me, and we're going to go back to those questions. So say I have a friend, that same friend, Tara. She comes to me and she says, Allie, my skin is so dry. I just need a little coverage, but it is so dry. I don't even know what to do. And I'm going to say to her, hey, Tara, what I recommend for you is our BB cream. Why? It's going to hydrate your face, and it's going to feel so much better. It's going to even your skin tone out a little bit. How you use it, you can use it with your fingers and apply it, or you can use our foundation brush. And I know you're going to love it because it's going to even your skin tone, and your dry face is going to feel so much better. What, why, how, love. It's so simple, and you can do it with anything. And it gets right to the punchline instead of saying, okay, well, I think you need this, and it's going to do this, and you have this huge, long thing that you're typing out to your customer, and they're lost by the end. It's simple. It's to the point. Why do they need it? And I know they're going to love it because of this. Follow-up is huge. Are you following up with your customers? Again, this goes back to that relationship. Are you following up? Are you asking them how they liked their products? Are you building that relationship with them? Are you caring about what products are going to be great for them? So for me, what I do is typically once I get an order in, about a week after, I will message them and I'll say, hey, I see that you have ordered the 3D Fiber Lash Mascara. Thank you so much. I just want to send you a thank you. See how you love it. Is there any questions? Also, I'm going to attach a video of how I use my 3D Fiber Lash Mascara to get the best results. She's going to message back. I'm building that relationship with her. She's going to thank me because I care about her. She's going to come back to me. Again, it's all in the follow-up, and you're building that relationship with them. So when I started, my first one-on-one consultation I had was a little bit after I joined. All I had, she came to my house. I called a friend up and I said, hey, I'm trying to build a little bit of my portfolio. I want to try some makeup on people. I knew if I could get makeup on people, they were going to buy it and they were going to be hooked. That was my mission. I didn't have much. So I had our presenter's kit, which was last year this time, which was, I'm trying to think what was all in it. I think there was 3 mineral pigments, We got 2 eyeshadow brushes. We got a lip gloss, a lipstick, a mascara, I think the moisturizer. I think that was it. I don't know, there might have been a couple more things. Not a ton. So this was right before the liquid foundation came out, and I had the cream foundation and pressed powder in my color. I said, "Want to come over?" So she came over, she tried it all on, and she was having some issues with her skin at this time. She was kind of insecure about it, and this girl was a makeup junkie. I'm telling you, like MAC, Sephora, every brand in her bag. She comes over with her big bag, and I'm like, oh boy. So I'm like, okay, I really got to win this girl over. So I start putting this on her face, and let me tell you, I didn't really know how to do makeup then. And so, I was just doing my best, just applying it, and I got it on her, and the first thing she said was, oh my gosh, this feels so light on my face. I feel like my face can breathe. And she would always wear, I think she wore like a MAC foundation, and it was always so heavy and cakey, but she wanted a coverage, but she couldn't get it, so she kicked it on. I saw her confidence boost. These one-on-ones are so important with building relationships. That girl, 6 months later, joined my team, and she's here today. Relationships are so important. So I'm going to share a little story on how I've built a network with them. So back in 2009, I was a photographer, and I started sharing, Facebook obviously, but Instagram as well. I started sharing some pictures of my photography, and I was getting married, and just the regular everyday kind of little things. After we went through some fertility, I started sharing on there about everything. I started sharing about what we went through, and it was kind of like my little escape. And it was hard to put myself out there, but I knew it was kind of like a healing process for me. But what I wasn't expecting was people's response to that. I had people reaching out to me saying, thank you. I went through that, and I felt so alone. I didn't have anyone to connect with it, and we started building a friendship. So I started gaining a following somehow. Some ladies were connecting with me, and they were sharing my stories, and I had all these other ladies that started connecting with me. And then I went through my pregnancy, and after I had my daughter, it crushed me to not have that instant bond with her. I hated who I was. I felt alone. I started sharing about it, and I opened up about real stuff that people can relate to. The stuff no one talks about it. It's all that hushed topic, but it's stuff that people deal with every day, and they just don't talk about it, and they feel alone. And so I opened up about it. And I had so many people again. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for opening up. Thank you for making me feel not alone or feeling guilty for that, because that's huge. There was a lot of guilt with that when I had that. I started building more relationships, and my network started growing even more. I started sharing about my miscarriage. I started sharing about the guilt that came with that, my feelings with that, how I was so heartbroken. Again, I had people relating. These are things that happen every day, no one talks about. And I started building relationships with all these women. And guess what happens when people build relationships with you? They trust you. They start following you and trusting you and building that friendship. Those are going to be the girls that relate to me and join me. Because they join my journey. They're joining me. They're not joining Unique. I put myself out there day after day and share what this company has done for me. Not because I want them to join, because I know what it can do for them. I know that if they're in that situation as well, maybe this could be the thing that they need. Maybe they need that friendship. Maybe they need that extra couple $100 a month because they want to stay home with their kid. Or maybe they just need friendship or confidence in themselves. Or maybe they just want the makeup. But I'm sharing in so many different ways that it's connecting with all these different ladies on different levels. And I watch them join me and follow my journey, and they join my team. I have so many women on my team that have went through exactly what I've been through. Most of my ladies on my team are stay-at-home moms because they, just like me, I shared how I felt so alone. I didn't have anything for myself. And so when I share about these, it's attracting them to me. They're saying, I feel exactly like that. And I'm not attracting them to Unique. I'm attracting them to the idea of it. Someone said something to me before, and it kind of stuck with me. They said, People join when they see themselves doing what you're doing. And that always kind of stuck with me. What am I sharing? Am I sharing what people, are going to join for? Am I sharing for the right reasons? So when I share from my heart. I share the things that are hard, but you know what? I went through these hard things and I've come out on top. And I'm in such a better place now. Come, let me help you do the same thing. And that was my mission from day one. So when I joined, my why was to get out of this funk. I needed something for myself. I needed to feel like I had something for Allie again. Not a wife, not a mom, but just for me. I needed to feel proud of myself again, to build my confidence back. My why quickly changed because a week after joining, I felt that. It was such an instant thing. I felt at home. And I started sharing and opening up about all the stuff that I went through. And I had people just relating to it. And I would share all the stuff, and I just totally lost my train of thought. Like I said, I'm not very confident up here, but guess what? That's okay. You don't have to be perfect at everything. If you can just be real and be who you are, people are going to respond so much better. So much better. So I figured we have some time too. Okay, before we finish. Okay, I was going to ask for a volunteer. Yep. I figured we're going to run through. I'm going to show you exactly how I'd kind of talk with one of my, if I had a customer come to me or even online. Here's a little chair if you want to sit. Over this. Go ahead and sit. So I'm going to ask you a handful of questions. What was your name? Rachel. Okay. So Rachel's my customer. I'm going to ask you a handful of questions. So how much time do you usually spend on your makeup?
It's usually non-existent.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, either I'm full glam or hot mess. Okay. Hey, all you moms know that, right?
5 kids.
Oh, yes. Okay, so what kind of coverage do you like for your makeup?
Light.
You like a light coverage. Okay, do you like a more dewy or matte look?
Powder.
You like a powder look. Well, she just gave me the answer right there, right? But you said you like matte? Sorry.
Yes.
Or did I ask matte or dewy? You said matte. Oh, thank you. Thanks. You don't have to talk to my boobs.
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't mind. Okay, so I know, Rachel, approximately, if you can make up a number, how much are you looking to spend?
Under 100.
Okay, do you know how important that question is? Now, you don't always have to ask that, but I know, so she said she likes pretty basic, so I know she's not going to have a huge budget here, right? But if I have a girl that's like, okay, I really want this full coverage, and I want a smoky eye, and I want contoured, and I want 5 different lip options, and then they're like, but I have $50 to spend. I'm like, what's going to be their top priority? So I'm going to talk to you. What are you looking to get out of this? Are you looking to get a new face product? Are you looking to get new eyeshadows? Are you looking to redo a whole look? Are you trying to keep it simple? Those are things I want to know from her. So what kind of look would you normally do every day? You said just basic.
Keep it simple because I have 3 that are
young. So you need something really quick.
Very quick, 5 minutes.
Okay, and you like a matte finish. So for her, I'm going to recommend always the Glorious Face and Eye Primer, and I'm going to do the powder. And so for her, I'm going to help color match her, obviously. So I look at her, and you have more yellow skin tone, which this light is very yellow. Do you normally have yellow skin tones? Or yeah, it looks like, so I'm looking at her neck. I'm just going to do how I look right now, or how she looks right now. For me, she looks more yellow. She's got that yellow to her skin tone. And she looks like she's more of a medium tone. And so I would say satin for her, because I see that she's got that yellow tone. She's got more of that medium look. And if she is in person, great, I can try swapping it on her. If not, online, that would be my guess. I always look at my little guide, okay, medium, what?
I said she's right.
Oh, God. Okay, so then I recommend the primer and the powder. And now if she wants something really simple, I'm gonna say, why don't you try throwing in a mascara and a bonbon? Or our eyebrow gel. Yep, or eyebrow gel. If you wanna keep it super simple. I know that's gonna be all around probably $100. And it's going to be perfect for her. And now I could even go into the what, why, how, love for each of these products for her, which I won't right now. But I know if I'm going to ask her everything that I need to know, I know I'm going to recommend the right products for her. Okay, thank you. Yes. We can do a couple more. Do you guys want to see a couple more? Okay. You want to come up? Sure. Say no! You gotta find, see, here's what I was gonna say too. Sometimes family are the hardest. Husband, if you're out there, I know you're very supportive, but sometimes family aren't the ones that are gonna support you the most. Do you realize there's 500,000 of us that are here to support each other? Do you wanna help out?
She loved me, but she says that was not a good one.
Oh.
She said smiling. So, oh my God. Oh, yeah. Look at you.
Come on.
You're really awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
What was your name?
Marlene.
Oh, here, Marlene.
She will die. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Oh my, thank you.
Okay, so I have Marlene up here. I'm going to ask you.
Cute. Oh, Becker. Oh.
Everyone's going to go like it. Yes! Woo!
Oh my gosh. Really?
You got like 1,000-something people that are going to go like that picture. It's going viral.
I have a 31-year-old. She's in Boston, and she's working, but she's got her eye on us.
Oh, is she watching live? Oh, wait, we can't watch this live.
No, she's working.
She's just watching all the...
Oh, no.
She's going to have 1,000-something friend requests. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a handful of questions.
Okay.
Oh, is it private? You better be changing that. You got a whole bunch of new friends here.
Remember, I don't know hashtags.
I'll help you out after. Okay, so Marlene, I'm going to ask you, so what kind of coverage do you like?
Well, I want age appropriate.
Okay.
So I don't think heavy would
Heavy?
I don't think that would really be good.
Do you like a light or medium or full? Medium coverage? Okay, for her, I'm going to recommend the liquid foundation. Now, I know this is good for older skin as well. My mom, and I've even tried it on my grandma before, and it hasn't settled into her lines all gross, and it feels so lightweight on that I know that she's going to like that. Are you okay with more of a matte finish, or do you like that dewier finish?
You know, I've tried both, and I'm not really a good judge. You can tell my daughter. And my
So again, so she says she's not sure. I know. She's liking all your friends. I love it. Okay, so how long do you usually spend on your makeup during the day?
Oh my gosh, a lot of time.
If I had a lot of time, I would be spending a lot of time too.
I'm trying to get it down so I can do this business.
You're doing wonderful. Just being here is wonderful, right? Okay, so you spend a lot of time. So you're okay with all the extras?
Whatever.
Okay, so for her, since you said you have a little more itchy skin, yep. I'm going to also recommend the Uplift Serum. It's going to help with those fine lines. Yep. We're going to do a liquid foundation. I know I can sell her on a mascara. That's a basic. I can sell her on maybe an eyeshadow palette because she's going to want something for her eyes.
Right.
Now, it can go both ways for brows. I could give her and say, hey, you can use the Chipper or Forthright in palette number 1 on your brows, or you can use our brow products. I can give her the option of what she would like. And I probably wouldn't do something with contour or anything. I'll probably just say like a blush.
Really?
Yeah, probably more like a blush. And then I would ask her what she likes on her lips. Do you like more hydrated? Do you want a lipstick? Kind of get a feel of what she likes on her lips.
I wanted something to stay on there.
So I would know a lip stain.
But you know what? Lip stain on lips that look kind of, up till our...
So something else that might be better then would be a lipstick, because I know that's still got a little more staying power than like a gloss.
I like the stain, though. I like the idea of the stain.
Well, you're gonna... Lip balm on top. Perfect, there you go.
Oh.
See, look, they know more than I do. So I know I can. What'd you say? Yep. I found, though, that with a lip liner, if you put it on first and put the lip stain over, it won't stay. That kind of... Oh, with... Perfect.
Liner and the lipstick.
So I'm looking at her and she here. I think maybe everyone has yellow skin tone under this light, but I think you have more of a yellow skin tone. Oh. That's not a bad thing. And she looks, she might be a little bit harder one for me. For this would be great to be in person. If not, it's one of those things that if I'm building a relationship with her and I choose that wrong product, she's still going to come back to me, right? I'm not going to leave her hanging. I'm going to follow up, and if it's not right, then she'll come back. But if it isn't, she will come back. So I'm looking at her.
Hard.
She looks almost like, so she's yellow, so she almost looks like a mix of velour or satin. She's kind of between those two. And sometimes I'll even recommend people mixing. Do you have a color that you wear?
Well, I bought one. Well, I bought 3, but they're not right.
And you know what? I have that skin tone too. Mine goes in the winter, it's more yellow undertones. In the summer, I get more pink. And so I'm kind of between, and I do a lot of mixing. So, and I tell some people that not everyone's going to have that right tone. And some people won't want to spend double the money, but what I say is it's going to last double the time. So it's not like you're spending more, it's just going to last longer, and I'll mix mine. So thank you so much for coming up. I'll help you down.
You're precious. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I should probably should have. I had them.
I can take it.
Here, okay, no, hold my hand.
Hold your hand, okay?
Oh, like, all right. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
That. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Is she gonna kill me? You tell her you have over 1,000 women, maybe not even 1,000, that have your back. I love you all. Thank you for that. Okay. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this, maybe. This turn off. Can I click next? So this is a little quote that kind of stuck out to me that, what? Sure. You can. I can do them any way I want. So I've had a couple customers where actually I FaceTimed them, and I can talk to them a little more, but it's still kind of hard to see like their skin tones and all that, unless maybe they're standing in front of a good light. But a lot of times online I do a lot of voice messages for people back and forth, so they can hear me, not through a text, not through anything like that. So yeah, you can do something like that if that's. So this quote kind of stuck with me. Your smile's your logo. Your personality is your business card, and how you leave others after an experience becomes your trademark. Are you building those relationships? Are you confident in yourself? Where did you guys picture you wanted to be a year from now? I promise you will be there if you go build those relationships and have confidence in yourself. Thank you.